Hello Instagram. Today I'd like to show you how to do some Tunisian crochet braids. Now I have 10 minutes, so this will be interesting because that's what Instagram TV allows. This is a braid that's done with knit stitch in the middle, and this is an example of Tunisian simple stitch in the braid. And then on both of these pieces of work I have used the purl on either side because the purl on either side of the braid makes the braid pop out. So I recommend doing that. A certain number of purl on each side will help the braid pop out. To do Tunisian crochet braids, you're going to need a helping hook. I recommend using, I'm using the Knit Pro Tunisian crochet interchangeables with a wire, and I found that they work really well because they're thinner at the end, which helps the work slide off, which you'll see. And you can also use a regular crochet hook to do this. Choose a smaller size than what you're using for your work, and that will help you when you're going to twist. I would use a smaller hook. So here I've done four purl, and I'm ready to start the twist of my braid. And what you do is you skip the first 4, or however many. You need an even number of stitches that you're going to braid. You can also try with 2 or 3 just to practice. The more stitches that you're going to twist, the more difficult it is. So if you're going to try, just to practice, I would say try 2 or 3. This is 4. There's a total of 8, and then we twist 4 at a time. So we're going to skip the first 4, and then Tunisian simple stitch the next 4. And don't pull your yarn really tight here. You don't want this. You want to keep a sufficient amount of yarn behind your work so that you can pick up your yarn later. So simple stitch. And now you're going to grab your helping hook, and you're going to simple stitch the ones that you skipped. So simple stitch, go behind your hook, grab your yarn, pull through like a normal simple stitch. 2, then grab some more yarn because it four. So we've got 4 on this extra hook. Now what we're going to do is move these, switch places, kind of squish these together, and then we're going to slide these in front. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then continue to purl like you have after your braid. Regular return pass back. Now we're at the braids. They're a little squished together, so kind of just be aware that you are that you're taking the correct stitches, but it's and you see here this guy kind of wants to pull himself over the other ones, but this is one you want to take first. So like this, and then continue. And then on your next forward pass, you do continue with first purl, and now these are the first stitches and these are the second. It's going to get a little bit difficult, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to see them. So you want to Tunisian simple stitch these 4 first, and then these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these 1, 2, 3, 4. Get some more yarn here. And then you see you have a hole here, and it will work itself out, but it is important to keep your tension tight when you're doing the next purl stitches after your braid, especially at the point where you're twisting, because otherwise the hole can be bigger than what is really necessary and it won't look very pretty. But it's perfectly, just make sure you keep it tight, especially the first stitch after you've twisted your work, and you won't get big holes. This is definitely one of those things that you've got to practice a bit before you really get it, but they're so pretty, so it's worth it. And I might be working on a design that is going to use this, so you want to learn. And it's probably going to be wearable, and it's probably going to be a sweater. So basically, you just continue in this manner. So a number of purl, a number of Tunisian crochet, twisting every, say, here I've twisted every 5 stitches. You can also twist, you know, at a, I would say not any fewer than 5 rows, but you could also twist at a larger interval, say like after every 10 rows or something. But I think every 5 rows, at least for this, is working quite well. Purl on either side, and then after you've twisted, you may, if you think it's difficult, I sometimes use a marker to say this is the row I've twisted, and then I do the 5th row after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I twist. So that can help you to keep count of when you're going to twist. And then you do your rows of purl and Tunisian crochet or your knit stitch, regular return passes, twisting every so often. I hope that gives you an idea of how to do this. Thank you for watching. Good luck.